Hey guys, how are you all? Hope so you all are doing well. So let's start the story. Well, this is the last part of the story. Finally, I am free after that. So let's start. Jimin come downstairs. He is finding Taehyung and Sign. Jimin, I am finding you in room and you are here. Taehyung, huh? Oh, you were sleeping, so I come downstairs. Jimin sit beside him. Jimin, my mom is calling me. She said me come back. Taehyung, but from today my functions start. Jimin, that's why I said you. I come one day before your. But now you don't listen me. Now I have to go. Taeyang, no Jimin, please don't do this. What my Hyung do without you? Jimin signed to see him and raised his eyebrow. Jimin, I am here for you, not for your Hyung. Taeyang, I know, but think by yourself, Jimin. Jimin, what Taeyang? I have to go back today. Taeyang make a pouch. Taeyang, I I don't talk I don't talk with you. Go, he said, and Mrs. Min come. Mrs. Min, what happened? Jimin, Auntie, my mom is calling me back. I have to go. It's alright. So many days pass. I am here. Mrs. Min nodded. Mrs. Min, I understand your son, but Jimin, see him. I am not saying I don't attend his functions, but still, see how he is reacting. Taeyang, it's just 2 days, mom. After that, I go. Jimin, but see na, mom said she is not feeling. I have to go. Mrs. Min, Taeyang, son, see, he have reason. Taeyang, what happened with auntie? Jimin, you know na, she's. Taeyang sighed and nodded. Taeyang, alright, and what Taeyang do here, by the way? He can't do anything here, and the twist is coming next. Okay, so the next text start. Taeyang, alright. Jimin, I already packed my things because I know you understand me. Taeyang, now stop buttering, he said, and Jimin chuckled. Jungkook and Yoongi come downstairs. Jungkook, Taeyang, we have to go to take your dress. Taeyang, okay, we go. Jungkook, what happened? Why you are sounding low? Mrs. Min, his best friend, his best friend is going home. That's why he's behaving like this. She said, and Yoongi looked at Jimin, who is avoiding eye contact with him. Jungkook, is everything okay, Jimin? Jimin, mom is not. Jungkook, oh, what happened with her? Jimin, that's why she's feeling so nowadays, and also sometimes. Jungkook, oh, you have to go then. Jimin, I go in sometimes. Okay, so Jimin go back in sometimes, and in sometimes. Jungkook, you attend the functions, right? Jimin looked at Taeyang, who looked at him with his eyes. Jimin, of course I do, Taeyang. Taeyang, if you don't come, I cancel the Jimin. Jungkook, then I myself come to take you, Jimin. Jimin giggled to see them. They all are laughing, but they don't know. They don't know someone mood is not good at all. He sits there silently. Jimin, okay then, you go. I come back birthday के दिन. Then you go. I go back. Taehyung, I miss you, bestie. Jimin, idiot. We meet in night. Taehyung, still. He make a pout. He go with Jungkook. Jimin meet with Mrs. Min. Mrs. Min, I will miss you, son. Jimin, me too, Auntie. Mrs. Min, take care of yourself and your mom, okay? Jimin, I will, Auntie. Mrs. Min, how you go? How you go? Jimin, I go by myself. I go by myself, Auntie. Mrs. Min, no. Yoongi, you drop him home. Jimin, huh? It's okay, Auntie. I go. Yoongi, I am waiting. He said and go out from the room. Jimin see her and smiled. Mrs. Min, take care. Jimin nodded and go. यार अंदर क्यों हो रहा? He come and he come and sit in the car without saying anything. Yoongi start the car. There is totally silence in the car. Jimin didn't look at him. He is playing with his fingers. Whenever he come in front of Yoongi, he feel himself is so. Yoongi, I go back London. Jimin heard. He looked at him, whose eyes is on the road. Jimin, when? Yoongi, next month. Jimin, oh, that's good. Again, they both stay silent and then Jimin speak. Jimin, my mom is not, she is not only, she have, dad can't take care of her alone, so I have to go back, she needs me. Yoongi looked at him and he stopped the car. He can't believe. Yoongi, what? Jimin nodded. Jimin, no one know about this. No one know about this. No one know about this. Except Taehyung and now you. Yoongi, how's she now? Jimin, she is fine, but day by day her become like last night. She stay in and dad call me now. Yoongi, you don't tell anyone? Jimin, I myself don't know. Dad don't tell me. He said and tears roll from his eyes. Yoongi, she will be fine soon, Jimina. Don't worry. He said and took him. Jimin nodded. Jimin, hope so. You talk with Taehyung and said him understand me as I don't come to attend his now. Yoongi, if you want, I said them they postponed the wedding. So it's 2:22. 10 minutes voiceover are passed. Still 24 minutes voiceover are left. Okay, so next text starts soon. The next text is Jimin, no, no, don't. Don't do something like this. My mom will be fine. It's alright, Yoongi nodded. And he again started to drive. Soon they reach. Jimin, don't you come inside, Yoongi. You go. I come some other day. Jimin nodded and he about to go but stopped. Jimin, Yoongi, take care. he said and go out from the car. Time passed and Taehyung got married. He is so happy in his life. Jimin is busy in his house and with Yoongi. He always think about Jimin. Right now also he is in his room and watching Jimin pictures. Almost 1 month pass. He have to go back tomorrow. London. He don't know when he come. How can he keep his promise like this? He don't. Jimin, right now. It's not right time. Well, he is busy in his thoughts when Mrs. Min come and sit in front of him. Mrs. Min, you go tomorrow. Yoongi, you come with me. Mrs. Min sign as no. Mrs. Min, I don't. This is my house. Yoongi, I know, mom. You miss dad so much. Mrs. Min, so much, so much. Um, you, you know, Yoongi, life is so beautiful with your ones, but it's without them. I am saying, Yoongi, why don't you talk with Jimin? He is also ready. You are also. So, what's the problem? Now, Yoongi, wait, mom, wait. Mrs. Min, why wait, son? Tell me if you are hiding something. He speak, but Yoongi phone start ringing. Yoongi, Taehyung, at this time, Mrs. Min become worried. Miss Yoongi, yes, Taehyung, Taehyung, where are you? Yoongi, of course, I am home. Of course, I am. Speak something. Where I am at home. Taehyung, Jimin mother Yoongi, what? Taehyung, yes, his father called me just now. Just now, and tell me, Yoongi, oh my, I meet you there then. He said, and cut the call. Mrs. Min, what happened, son? Yoongi, Jimin, mother, Mrs. Min, what? Yoongi, we have to go, mom. Mrs. Min, oh my, he must be so there. Yoongi, I think Taehyung is with him, he said, and run to take his car keys. Mrs. Min also go in her room, take her bag, and sit in the car. Soon they reach Park House and they see so many people. Some is her relatives and some is her friends and others. Mr. Park stand on the side. Yoongi went to him and Mrs. Min see Jimin who sit on the side blankly. Taehyung is with him. Mrs. Min, Jimin's son. Jimin looked at her. Jimin looked at her and she hugged him. Mrs. Min, everything become alright. Jimin didn't say anything. What he said here. Now his mother now his mother is her only support and what happened? 2 days pass. Of course, Yoongi don't go back. Taehyung, Jimin, you eat something. It's been 2 days. Jimin, Taehyung, where is dad? Taehyung, he's in his room. Jimin, uncle is fine. Don't think about him. Yoongi, don't think about him. Hmm. Next text is Next text says Yoongi is with him. Eat something. Jimin, I don't want to. Taehyung, please. Taehyung, but Jimin, please. Taehyung, I am also same like you, Jimin. When my dad, but Hyung handle us. You know what, Jimin? You have to handle yourself. Jimin, how can I, Taehyung? Whenever I see the house, I feel like the house is just for me. He said and starts crying. Taehyung, cry, it's help you. He said, and Jimin is crying. Mr. Park, Jimin, my son, I am here. Mr. Park hugged him. Mr. Park, why are you crying, son? I am here with you. He wiped his son's tears. Mr. Park, I am here with you, my son. I am here with you, my son. I also want to write doctor in front of my name. So, some pictures are left. So the next text is going to start. The next text is my son, he on his forehead. Mr. Park takes soup from the Taehyung and start to him. Mr. Park sent Jimin and Taehyung in the room, and they all are in the living room. Mr. Park, Jimin is so attached with his mother. Mrs. Min, I know now he's alone. Mr. Park, right. I don't give him much time because of my job. Mr. Park, I am thinking to do his marriage now. I know it's fast, but it's help him. I know it's too early, but I can't leave my son like this. Mrs. Min, I understand you, Mr. Park, because my kids also see the time. If you want, if you don't have any problem, I always thought to make Jimin my son. What you said, Mr. Park, if Yoongi don't have any problem, then I also don't have any problem. Yoongi, I am ready, uncle. I take care of him. Mr. Park smiled lightly. Mr. Park, thank you so much, son. Yoongi, please. Uncle, don't say thanks. मेरा ही करा दूँगी आगे थोड़ा so 16 to 17 minutes were still left. Time skip. Jimin sit there. Time skip. Jimin sit there. He don't know what's happening. He is doing what is doing. What's happening? He is doing what his father said. His father is also right, and Yoongi, he said yes. He just his mother, father. Min Yoongi, did you accept Park Jimin? Yoongi, I do. Father, Park Jimin, did you accept Min Yoongi? Jimin is silent. Father Park Jimin, did you accept मेरे comments नहीं check किए थे Park Jimin, did you accept Min Yoongi? Mr. Park Jimin son, he is asking from you, Jimin, huh? He come in the reality, Jimin, I do. You both may now. You are officially from now. He sat down Yoongi on his forehead. Jimin closed his eyes. He don't know what's happening with him. Mr. Park, Jimin, son, if you 14 months for Sawa left. If you think your dad did wrong with you, then please forgive your dad, Jimin. No, dad, please just take care of yourself, Mr. Park. Now I will. I don't care, son. When my is not here, what I do. Jimin, please, dad, Mr. Park. You have to strong meaning. Jimin sign as no and Mr. Park smile. Mr. Park, alright, now go and start your new life. Forget what happened in past. If you want something, call me. I am always available for you, my son. Jimin, take care. Just for your name. Huh? Take care, Mr. Park. You too. He said, and on his forehead. This is the most moment for him. Leaving his dad start a new life is not easy at all. But he have to as he got a good life partner. He is thinking this. Hmm. Jimin sit on Jimin sit on the edge of the bed, lost in his thoughts. He don't know when. Yoongi come in. Yoongi come in the room and sit beside him. Yoongi see him. He is not the Jimin. He know. Yoongi Jimin. Jimin look at him and then he come in the reality. Yoongi, you must be tired. Fresh up and then sleep. Jimin nodded and he go. Yoongi see him and sign. He have to understand him now. Bring his happiness back. Jimin come out after fresh up. Her last scene. He sit on the bed. Yoongi also fresh up. He see him. Jimin, Yoongi, are you here? If you said I sleep on the couch. Jimin, no, I am fine. He said, and Yoongi sit on the bed. Yoongi looked Jimin. What happened is not a what happened? Hmm. What happened is not a small is not a small thing, but if you do this, your mom feeling she will be in, you know. I was just 10 when I my dad and the moment is so for me. You know, after that I have to handle the business and many more. First, I complete my studies and do all this also. I have to become strong on that time for my family. Strong on that time for my family. Hmm. Jimin looked at him. Yoongi, I don't said you become strong. You the let out because my father always said me I am him by my actions whenever I and stay silent so don't her. She is on the good place now. She is on the good place now. Notification bar. Not notification place now. He said and Jimin nodded. He placed his head on his and started. Yoongi, let out your Jimin. If you don't do this, you will never look at me. They all think I am, but no one know the what I am feeling. I don't want you also see all this. He think, and after some times he don't hear any voice. He see Jimin fell in sleep. He on his forehead, and he himself fell in sleep. He want to make everything alright. He don't want whole life Jimin stay in the in which he stay. Jimin open his eyes next day and see Yoongi is getting ready. Yoongi see Jimin from the mirror. Yoongi see Jimin from the mirror. खत्म ही नहीं हो रहा. Okay, so certain Jimin nodded 16, 17, 8, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. What a minute. 8 में was still left. Mirror. Yoongi, you wake up. Good morning. Good morning, Jimin. Morning. Yoongi, go fresh up. I am waiting for you. Jimin nodded and he go for fresh up. Yoongi is ready. He is using his mobile, talking with his secretary. When Jimin come out after fresh up, he see him. Jimin, you said you have flight. You don't go. Yoongi, no, and I don't go now. Jimin, why? Yoongi, I am thinking to shift my business here. Jimin, really? Yoongi, yeah. If I see my family is here, and moreover, if I take you there with me, how can you meet with your dad? So I thought to shift my business here as Taehyung is also here. Jimin, thank you. Yoongi, why? Thanks. Mom me now today. Mom scold me now today. Jimin. Jimin. Two pictures are left. One picture are left now. Okay, so the next text is Jimin smile to see him. Jimin she will not. Yoongi she will. You just wait and watch, he said, and both go downstairs. Yoongi see Jimin smile. He now believe he will make everything well. This is the benefit of having a good partner. I also deserve a Yoongi. They come downstairs. They come downstairs in the dining room. Second last thing. They come downstairs in the dining room. Taehyung is already here. Taehyung, good morning. Jimin, good morning. Taehyung, I thought you feel bored here, so I do argument with Jungkook and come. Jimin, what? Taehyung, yeah. Jimin signed to see him. Mrs. Min, he's too much. I do right. I choose Jungkook for him. Jimin, Jungkook is also not good, not that much good, auntie. He don't listen to also sometimes. Chiang, oh my bestie, Mrs. Min, you both best friends are behind my sons. Chiang, huh? If I don't get Jimin, I do with you. Yoongi, best friends. Yoongi, but now he's my Taehyung, but he's my best friend. Yoongi, you, Mrs. Min, you both stay silent. Jimin, come here, son. Sit with me. Leave them. Taehyung, when you go back, Yoongi, never. I shift my business here. Taehyung, huh? What? I think you go back and me and Jimin go for a trip. Jimin and Jungkook, Taehyung, he stay at his home. I do something as we had a big argument and then I said him sorry. Everything is fine again. Simple. Mrs. Min, yeah, simple. I know how much it's simple, Jimin. You don't listen him. Taehyung, what you think? After hearing this, he do with Yoongi, you both stay away from each other. Taehyung, this is not going to happen in this life, he said, and Jimin is really enjoying their conversation. They are doing the breakfast. They sign him. Jimin give him glare. Jay is talking with him through signs. Ask Yoongi he wants something or not. Jimin gave him glare. Taehyung, no way. Yoongi see them. Yoongi talk with each other. Stop eye contact with each other. Jimin, huh? I don't do anything. Mrs. Mill smiled to see them. You are feeling jealous? Yoongi, why would I? Tae, because he me more than you. Yoongi, not in this life. Chang, tell me, Jimin, whom you more. Jimin, huh? He looked at Yoongi, who is already looking at him. Mrs. Min, you both are, you both are making, you both are making him confused. Jimin, son, leave them. You may. Jimin, yeah, it's good. I don't. You both. Jiang, you mean Jimin. You also do when you do with Jungkook. Jiang, oh, that was my mom decision. Jimin, so this is also your mom decision. He said and both started to laugh. Yoongi eyes to see Jimin. He is smiling. Right now, they are in their room. Jimin is feeling happy today. Yoongi come in the room. Almost 1 month passed. They get married and everything is almost fine now. Yoongi, Jimin, yes. Yoongi, what you are doing? Jimin, nothing. Just thinking about mom. Hi, last scene and the second last text. No, last scene and the third last text. Hmm. Now it's my last scene and the second last text. Thinking about mom. What she is doing right now. Yoongi, she must be so happy to see you. Jimin, hope so. Yoongi, Jimin, Yoongi, you are happy. Jimin nodded. Jimin, yes, I am. Yoongi, really? I am also happy then. Jimin, everything you really give me and you give me all the word happiness. Jimin smile. Teacher say. Jimin smile. Jimin, so you decide you don't go, Yoongi. You want to send me? Jimin, no. I am just asking casually. Yoongi, no, I don't go. I stay here. Jimin, thank you so much for doing all this for me. Their fingers with each other, and Jimin placed his head on his shoulder. Last scene and the last text. I know I don't add any scene. The story is soft type. That's why if you want, spot tell me. Hope so you all like. If you like, then subscribe and tell me in comments. Take care of yourselves and see you in the next video. Bye.